my first response is to reach for my rattle. And because I have the rattling around me, be one way of awakening all of me to the larger web and to what is more than me, and also includes me. Sometimes it includes me right at the center, and I have that be the personal and transpersonal. And sometimes I'm walking around the edge of the web and I'm looking into the center. And that's one part of the trans and the transpersonal. I think that one of the things I always remind myself about is understanding that I have a very deep understanding that there's more self to know than my personal history. There's more self to know than my personal history. And there's more self to discover than what constitutes, in quotes, my personal history. One of the reasons I think that's so important is because I think part of the rupturing that's happened between us as humans and within human communities and cities and the whole urban environment is that we're locked into only our personal history, right? And we forget, and by personal I mean my definition of me as a person and us, wherever us is, and I lose sight of the history that has to do with the trees, and I lose sight of the history that has to do with this incredible ocean that's here, and the mountains, the sky, the plants, the raccoons around here, the deer. When I was walking back from the beach the other morning, I saw a shift of shadow at my side, and I just paused and got very still. And this huge stag with a beautiful rack came across. And I tried to be at one with that stag spirit. And after he moved across, and then he looked at me, and then he kept moving. And when I kept walking across that meditation path that goes to the dunes, there was a moment there when I knew I'm in the stag, and the stag's in me. We're relatives. Right? As soon as I experienced that, this incredible egret flew overhead and reminded me, you're more than the stag too, and there's more for you to know. Right? And I guess another little, not little, but a very important part of the transpersonal for me has to do with that image. Some call it a mandala, some call it a labyrinth. I really think of a web, and I experience the world that way, and I think I'm gifted by the fact I live where there are spiders who build webs in front of the window where I do my meditation in the morning. And where I do my meditation in the morning, there's a spider, I call her Charlotte, who's now built her web, and it's been there about 5 years. In front of her web, sort of to the left, is a shield that a friend gave me of a bear coming out of hibernation into the spring, because I work a lot with bear medicine. And I see that that's where I am in the web right now. I'm sort of tweaking the web. And when I tweak the web, bear comes in. For other people, something else will come in, right? And sometimes I go out to the web, just like I see Charlotte doing, and I wait to see what comes in the center. And there's always this kind of responding in the web. If I'm aware really that I'm in a web that responds to me, and I respond. I think it's a way of coming home to myself, to what we mean when we talk about the beauty above me, beauty below me, beauty in front of me, beauty behind me, beauty to the left side of me, beauty to the right side of me. I am beauty. Right? Beauty all around. May I walk in beauty. if I could know how absolutely beautiful I am, if you could know how absolutely beautiful you are, right? And see and reflect the beauty all around, I mean, what could be more delicious? That's the value to the individual. The value for me in the more general way has to do with my own experience when I'm really present and when I'm working with others in this whole transpersonal way. I know without a doubt that there's a dream dreaming me. I really know that there's a dream dreaming me. There's a dream dreaming us. Right? And if we could be allies and participants rather than resisting, or not listening, or not being aware, it's like being on the river. You can't fight the current. You don't impose your own way on the river, or you get in trouble. Right? But we do that a lot. Right? But if we could really start finding all these various ways of finding out what is the dream dreaming me, what is the dream dreaming us. It's the planet, it's the people, the trees, everything. We're all part of the dream. What is the dream dreaming me? Right? We'll find our way into the future in a beautiful way, really. And with a lot of joy. Right.